everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kariel, and as promised, I am back here on a Sunday to share my February reset routine with you guys. Basically, we're going to be talking about my finances for the month of January. We're going to, come up with our plan for February because we are doing better this month. We are not going to be spending as much money. We're going to be saving and making sure that we're hitting our goals. I really like watching these videos because they really help to get me motivated to do the things that I know I should be doing. And I am in no way perfect. I'm not a financial advisor. So just keep that in mind as we, go through these things. I just basically like to share, maybe a little bit too much, and I just hope that it helps you guys. In my last video, which if you haven't seen it, I'll put it up here so you can go watch it. I shared a lot. I shared a whole bunch of life updates, business updates. I shared my November and December budget recaps, and I also did a whole Q&A where I answered the questions that you guys left for me on Instagram. So this video today is going to be a lot shorter than last video, but if you want to go catch up on all of that, I highly recommend that you go check it out because there will be a lot of background information and stuff in there. But yeah, let's just get into it. I have my January financial information all in front of me. I did all of this stuff in advance. So today's February 5th, and I'm definitely trying to get this video up for you guys by tomorrow. So let's start with our favorite category here on this channel, which is food. So in total, in the month of January, I spent mind you, I did this a couple days ago, so I kind of forgot, but I spent $825.76 on food. Compare that to last month, December. In December, I spent $413.53 on food. The main difference that I can tell you guys why there's such a huge jump is that I did a huge grocery shop, bought a whole bunch of dry goods. Basically, the house was empty and I completely restocked everything. So that's why our groceries, I actually spent $314.15 on groceries. I also spent $330.67 on restaurants, so eating out. $128.96 on nightlife. As I mentioned in my past video, lots of friends were here and we ate out, went out a good bit. So that's where that cost came from. And then I have other food, so like small snack purchases and stuff, maybe before heading over to friends' houses or like before we go to the beach or something like that. That total is $51.98. Okay, so that's it for food. Now we can move on to personal care. So personal care means anything from getting my hair done, eyebrows done, nails done, going to the gym, health. So basically, if I need to go to the pharmacy, pick up any prescriptions, anything like that. I was actually going to include, so I get a routine yearly checkup every year, and the cost of that doctor's appointment was $470. Now I didn't include it in here because it actually didn't get charged to my card until February, so technically it's not a January expense, but the appointment did happen in January, right at the end of January. All I have to say about that is, well, if you guys have been here for a while, if you see my past videos, you know that I left my job. That means that I don't have insurance anymore, so it is actually pretty expensive when you have to pay for these things out of pocket. So since leaving my job, I've had to pay for all my birth control, and I've had to pay for doctor's bills, which this is actually the only doctor's bill that I've had to pay, so I'm okay still. I will have to do my 6-month cleaning dentist appointment, so I'll have to pay for that probably out of pocket, and then unless I go to a different dentist, which I really don't want to. I love my dentist. So I'll have that expense. But other than that, this yearly checkup is the only other time that I really go to the doctor. And we're just going to hope and pray that everything goes well and that I don't need to go to the doctor at any other point this year, or at least that I'll have a lot more income by then, so at least I'll be able to pay for it and it won't be such a large blow of $470. So yes, that's all the things that are included in personal care. The total for this month is $106.22, so not including that bill from the doctor's appointment. And if we want to compare that to last month in December, last month I spent $219.12, so it's a little bit less this month. Now moving on to transportation. So I spent $88.99 on transportation, so that includes gas and anything that's related to that. If I'm traveling somewhere, I didn't do any traveling in January, so I didn't have that expense. and compare that to December. In December I spent $123.50, so also a little bit lower in that area. Let's see how much I spent in gas. I actually ended up spending more in gas in January than I did in December. $88 versus $73 in December, but not that much of a jump. The next category that I have on here is the miscellaneous category, so that includes any entertainment, so that's like subscriptions to like Netflix, Hulu, those kind of things. If you guys have seen my first budgeting video where I laid out like what all of my recurring expenses were, I've actually really reduced my subscription payments and also my recurring payments that have to do with like payment plans that I set up. And then when it comes to subscriptions, right now I'm only paying for Spotify and Hulu, and that's it. And then I also pay for Apple storage, which I've had to upgrade because of all the pictures and videos that I've been taking lately, so I'm pretty sure I could put those as a business expense, but I had to talk with my accountant and see exactly like how much, if I could just like put the whole thing as a business expense. So yes, miscellaneous has to do with all those entertainment things, you know, if you go out to the movies, bowling, just like entertainment clearly, and then any clothing, any miscellaneous shopping, any gifts that I purchase for people, and then I just have like an other category for things that might not necessarily like fall in there. So my expenses under the miscellaneous category is $339.36, and if we compare that to December, in December I spent $166.34. Definitely a lot more in the miscellaneous category. I did buy some clothes. Let's pop into the details and see what I really bought that made that section so large, because I mentioned in my last video that every month there seems to be these things that kind of pop up where it's just like, you know, I'm not usually spending money on those things, but then I just happen to spend money on those things this month, and then the purchases end up being a lot larger than I think. So even though I don't necessarily spend money on those same things every month, which is a good thing because I'm saving money that way, when I do decide to purchase it or do those things, I kind of overdo it a little bit. So that's something definitely that I need to work on for next month. Yeah, it was literally just a bunch of small purchases here and there that really just added up, so I just need to watch those things. There are definitely things I think that I have no excuse really for all of the little shopping. The highest category was gifts, so I bought a few gifts in January, and then I also bought some clothes and did some miscellaneous shopping. That's just like things here and there that just added up. So if you take anything from this video, just watch all those small purchases because they do add up. And then the last category that I have in my budget sheet is the work section. So sometimes I end up spending money from my personal account, and I just want to make sure that I keep track of those so I know how much I'm supposed to be getting reimbursed from the business side of things. I did a little community post about this, so if you guys don't have notifications on, if you're not seeing my community post, make sure you tap the bell. Make sure you subscribed first of all, but yeah, make sure you tap the bell so that you get notifications for when I make these announcements. But basically, you guys will remember that at the end of my last St. Thomas video I said that I was going to be going back to St. Thomas and that I'll have like a whole bunch of new content for you guys, and I did go back. Adriel and I went back and we had an amazing time, filled so many places, went to so many restaurants, had really good food. We even took my dad out and did like a whole review of this sushi restaurant, and we are gonna go back and we're going to redo everything because basically I got back here, my SD card broke and all the files were corrupted and I just lost everything. So I bought this, all that to say that I bought this software, and I bought it with my personal card because I don't trust the local banks to give me back my money if I needed to, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be a scam or not, and basically it kind of turned out to be a scam because it didn't do anything, and I'm going to try to get my money back for that. But if I don't, then it will be reimbursed by the business side. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my quick rundown for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful in some way. If you have any questions for me, make sure you leave them down below. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video, and tell your friends to come subscribe to me. I really would like to hit my goal of 1,000 subscribers. We've been talking about this for a while, and I'm even extending that this year and saying that by the end of the year I want to have 2,500 subscribers. So help me reach those goals. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for helping me stay accountable. I definitely want to make sure that I keep doing these videos on time so I can actually make changes for the upcoming month. I'm really excited for February. I'm ready to actually keep my spending under control, and honestly, making these videos really helps me to do that. So thanks again for the millionth time, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.